Okay, in this video, we're just going to practice setting up a Venn diagram, given some data that someone else gathered, and then answering a couple of questions about it. So one thing with Venn diagrams is that you are going to see several different things listed in the circles. So for one, you could list different numbers or outcomes that belong in each circle. You could list a percentage of your population or your sample that belong in each circle, or you could list the total number of people that voted for the thing in that circle. So in this example, we are going to look at making a Venn diagram using percentages. So let's just say a political ad was run on TV and on the radio. 33% of people saw it on TV, 21% heard it on the radio, and then 10% of people both saw it on the TV and heard it on the radio. Okay, so the easiest thing to fill in here is that 10% of people are in the overlap. 10% of people saw it on TV and heard it on the radio. So now let's think about what percent of people would go in the TV box. So we know that a total of 33% of people saw it on TV. However, we know that 10% saw it on TV and heard it on the radio. So this 10% is counting towards the 33% that saw it on the TV, which means that there were 23% of those people who saw it only on the TV. Similarly with the radio, there's 21% who heard it on the radio, 10% saw it on TV too, so that means that 11% only saw it on the radio. And now we have to figure out what percent of people didn't see it at all. So basically, what percent of people is outside both the circles? To do that, we would add up 23% and 11% and 10%. And we would get, 44%. Now we know that the total percent that we're going to get is 100%. So I'm going to do 100% minus the 44% to know that 56% of people neither saw nor heard the ad. They just had no exposure to the ad. Okay. Let's go ahead and answer some questions about it now. So let's determine what percent of people only saw the ad. So if we're looking at people that only saw it, it means it's people that saw it on TV but that did not see it on the radio. So that's going to be 23%. The people that only heard it are the people that are in just the radio circle. And the people that neither heard nor saw it, that would be 56%, right? That's the people that just had no exposure to the ad. Okay. The next one is people that did not see it. Okay. This one might be a little bit trickier to see. It's not going to be one of our numbers that is easily accessible in the Venn diagram. So think about the people that didn't see it. We know that 56% of the people didn't see it or hear it. We also know that there were 11% of people that only saw it on the radio. So if we add those 2% together to get 67%, we're going to get the percent of people that did not see the ad on television. Okay, that's how you would answer a problem like this. Let's go ahead and do the last one together as well. In this last Venn diagram, we are going to have a sample of 60 people. So we asked 60 people if they enjoy watching basketball and if they enjoy watching football. 25 people say they enjoy watching football, 40 people say they enjoy watching basketball, and then 15 people say they enjoy watching both. So let's start by filling in the both category. That one is easy, it's the overlap. Then we know that 25 people say they liked watching football. Now 15 of those people also said they liked watching basketball, which means there's only 10 people left that said they only liked watching football. If you look at the basketball side, we know that 40 people said they enjoyed watching basketball. 15 also liked watching football, which means that there was just 25 that liked watching basketball but didn't like watching football. So now we've got to figure out how many people said, yeah, I don't like watching either of those sports. I'm just going to go ahead and add up everything that we have in, all the people that we've counted so far. So we've counted a total of 50 people so far that like watching either football or basketball or both, which means that there are 10 people that are just kind of hanging out, don't like watching football or basketball. They are probably just watching The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. Okay, So let's go ahead and answer some questions. So determine how many people enjoy football but not basketball. So that's going to be those 10 people that are in the football circle but not in the overlap between football and basketball. Okay, how many people enjoy basketball but not football? And again, it's kind of the opposite question. That's going to be the 25 people that are in the basketball circle that are not in the football circle. And then there's those that don't enjoy basketball or football. These are my Bachelorette fans that are just watching Matt James trying to find love. Okay? That's going to be those 10 people that aren't watching basketball or football. And then we're going to look at the people that don't like football. That's going to be the 10 people that are watching neither sport, and then the 25 people that are only watching basketball, for a total of 35 people who don't like watching football. Okay. So this is just some examples of how we can use Venn diagrams and how they can help us answer some questions about our data. One thing that we really like about Venn diagrams is that it's really easy to communicate information really quickly, and it can really kind of summarize the data that we've gathered really easily.